Yeah, Chris, last game of the season, 3-3 draw. Perhaps a game that I think, based on chances, we probably should have won.
Yeah, sums us up that, to be honest. You know, another game where we're controlling and creating opportunities, and then obviously, well, look at the early setback. Let's be honest. You know, sloppy. Don't clear our lines early enough, and we're 1-0 down within a minute. Then I thought we responded really well, played some good football up to a period where we went level, and then we created a fantastic second goal and looked very comfortable in the ascendancy. It looked like we was going to score more goals and create more opportunities. And then we defend like we've been defending for the last 16 games. Allow an easy ball in there, and then, Domain's going on the ground and giving an easy penalty away. Frustrating, but it's been that, for quite a number of weeks now. So, we couldn't even get it right today, to be honest. So, on reflection, as I've said in my notes, don't let them alive. The fact that we've gone down by 5 points is heartbreaking. When this group of players, even with the situation that we've been in, was more than capable of getting more than 6 points on the board to keep us in this league. But we've not been able to do that based on how we've defended as a team, not just in general play, set pieces, the whole lot. No clean sheets in the last 16, and hence that's why we've ended up going down.
I suppose with that, over the last few games, X amount of games, we've not been able to have maybe as consistent team as you like, especially in defence, I'd say.
Well, no, not really, because it's difficult to get the quality for quality when you're losing, and that's not being disrespectful to the lads that came in. They try to help the process, but they came to us at different stages of maybe their careers or season, or not playing much football, and, lots of variables, to be honest. But we weren't in a position financially to really strengthen the side in the running, like a number of clubs did, and get them away from danger. So those clubs come down with us who have spent a lot more money, and I don't see that as any comfort, but it just shows you how much clubs are spending at this level to try and get to a Conference North League.
Obviously for DJ, I think he's been nearly there on a couple of occasions over the last since he joined the club in terms of getting a goal. Obviously he's got 2 today with good finishes.
Yeah, no, I mean he's in between. Both of them were simple. He's got himself in good areas on both occasions. I thought he played very well in a really tough situation on Tuesday. Scored a goal. Keeper made a great save for an opportunity in the first half where he could have got us 1-0 up. So I felt he would deserve to stay in from what he did on Tuesday night, and he's rewarded us with a brace today. But he'll be disappointed with his contribution since he came. He scored on his debut and he scored on his last game of the season. In between, he's not contributed, but he's not the only one. Theo's gone long periods without scoring. Raul's gone long periods without scoring. Harry's had a good run at the back end of the season, but we missed him for a number of games. Up to early part of the season, various injuries that he really struggled with. So he's not really had a full season at it, but he's had a good back end of the season. He's been more consistent than any of the other forwards we have at the football club. But ultimately, how we've set it up at the back, whether we've gone, and changed things, it's just, not been able to have the consistency, what you need to win football matches.
I thought Ethan, when he came on Tuesday, obviously made an impact, and today obviously, gave 100% again.
Which Ethan are you on about?
Paddy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he came on and got himself. I mean, he should have had a brace, to be fair. He scored one. and really should have scored another with the other chance he was presented. But that's the type of thing I've been saying to him all season, and unfortunately the penny's just dropped recently. You know, he scored his goal against Belper, so, but ultimately he's not contributed like he should do as an advanced midfielder. So you know, if the young man stays in the process for next season, depending on what happens, then that's an area of his game he's got to add. You know, because he's only scored, I think, 2 or 3 in the season, and a contribution for midfielder should be getting around 8, in my view. So, again, from an attacking point of view, you know, Dags has contributed quite well, considering the stage of the season he came in at, and you know, I think he's been very consistent, certainly in his work rate. And some of the quality, scored some very good goals for us as well. You know, but outside of that, we've not really threatened many teams regarding our set pieces. Either delivery's not been consistent enough, or the routines that we've set them up with have not been effective enough. You know, so from that point of view, yeah, we've got to get more of a goal return from set pieces next season, and whether individuals stay or leave, you know, if the opportunity presents itself for me to continue in my role, then, you know, we've got to get more of a contribution from the players out on the pitch consistently from a goal, and obviously collectively out of possession to concede less. So yeah, that's my feelings at this moment in time.
So you just touched on things there. Yeah, difficult question at the minute, but so what happens next?
Well, what happens next is obviously the sale of the club needs to go through at some point, sooner rather than later, and then it's for myself to sit down with a new chairman, new board, and see if they want me to continue in the process. You know, I think there's many good things that I feel like there's at the minute, although the product on the pitch is not what we want, and so that's why we've gone down. But I feel things are starting to go in the right direction off the field regarding feel-good factor around the place. You know, if you look at the foot traffic through the gate this season, it's been as good as the last 10 years, to be honest, consistently. So that's really pleasing. So I can see, you know, the connection with the players, the fans, and the management team, and, you know, how we do interact with each other, you know, during games and after games has been very, very good. So, you know, there's something there brewing. But ultimately, you know, every supporter wants a winning team, and yeah, it's been disappointing that we've not been able to sustain our status at this level. And for me individually, because it's my hometown club, it's been heartbreaking. So, you know, we'll see what the future holds, but initially, you know, the sale of the club needs to go through, and then things will start to snowball from there. And if the club then want me to stay, it's all about recruiting for next season.